Tonight, a special edition of World News Tonight, and breaking news, what Russia is now saying tonight, signaling potentially a major shift in the war in Ukraine, and President Biden here in Poland with U.S. troops. Tonight, a Russian military general now saying the, quote, main goal of the invasion is the liberation of eastern Ukraine, the Donbass region. This comes after Russian troops have been pushed back by the Ukrainians outside the capital of Kyiv. Despite a new attack on an oil depot near Kyiv, Russia now claiming it has no intention of seizing the city. Tonight, what the Pentagon now believes involving the capital. And the other development, after Russia seized the city of Kherson, reports tonight the Russians no longer have full control of that city. And tonight, here, harrowing video emerging online from inside the Mariupol theater, where hundreds were seeking shelter when it was targeted by a Russian airstrike. Tonight, Ukraine now saying at least 300 people were killed in that theater. James Longman in Lviv, Ukraine tonight, and Martha Raddatz with me here in Warsaw. What she's learned from her sources tonight, what the U.S. believes is driving this new message from Russia tonight. President Biden here in Poland this evening with U.S. troops, members of the 82nd Airborne, Cecilia Vega traveling with the president. The humanitarian emergency worsening here tonight. 10 million Ukrainians now displaced by war. More than 2 million of them right here in Poland. And tonight here, the orphans of Ukraine, without a parent even before the war began. Their journey, who's caring for them now, and their powerful message tonight for the world. Back in the U.S. tonight, growing scrutiny involving Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas after news his wife was texting the Trump White House after the election, pushing for efforts to overturn Joe Biden's victory. And new questions after Justice Thomas was the only justice who voted against releasing White House records related to the January 6th attack. John Carl standing by tonight. The deadly accident at an amusement park in Florida. A 14-year-old boy who fell from a ride. Authorities say he slipped out of his seat. And the major weather system moving in for the east tonight. Wind chills dropping into the teens and single digits. Rob Marciano standing by to time this out tonight.
From ABC News, this is a special edition of World News Tonight with David Muir, reporting tonight from Warsaw, Poland.
And good evening on this Friday night from Warsaw, Poland. President Biden is here tonight, part of his high-stakes mission in Europe to rally America's allies to confront Russia's war in Ukraine. And tonight, meeting with U.S. troops, the 82nd Airborne. But we begin tonight with the breaking headline, Russia tonight signaling what could be a major shift in the war, a narrowing of its objectives after suffering setbacks, particularly outside the capital of Kyiv. Tonight, Russia now saying their main goal all along has been only to take control of the Donbass region in eastern Ukraine. Tonight here, what the Pentagon believes is driving this. Now, all of this playing out after Russia claims to have bombed a major fuel depot with cruise missiles fired from the sea, claiming that depot outside the capital was supplying Ukrainian forces. And in another major development tonight, a senior U.S. defense official now says Russian forces that had taken control of the city of Kherson are no longer in full control of that city. Tonight, civilians repeatedly targeted in Kharkiv, an attack on people lining up for humanitarian aid and food, killing at least 6. And these searing new images tonight from the devastated city of Mariupol. After Russia's relentless attacks, tens of thousands still trapped in that city with little food, water, or power. And the images just now emerging online tonight from the moments after the missile strike of that theater in Mariupol. Officials now say at least 300 people who were seeking shelter there were killed. We do have it all covered tonight, beginning with this new message from Russia, what they now claim their military goal has been all along. Martha Raddatz with her sources. Can the Russians be believed on this? And ABC's James Longman leading us off from inside Ukraine tonight. Tonight, President Biden, of course, also here in Poland, spending time with U.S. troops, members of the 82nd Airborne Division at a military base here in Poland. Tonight, here, his message for the troops and for Putin. Here's our chief White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega, traveling with the president. Before the war began, we document their extraordinary journey. They are witnesses to war and what they want the world to know. It's been 1 month and 1 day since this war began in Ukraine, leading to the other emergency here, the humanitarian crisis. When we come back here, the major weather system moving in for the east, wind chills dropping to single digits this weekend. Rob Marciano standing by to time this out. Tonight, back home, a new weather system moving into the east, wind chills dropping to single digits. Rob Marciano standing by, tracking it all for us. Hey, Rob.
Hi, David. This while the Southwest.
Before we go tonight, the images now 1 month and a day into this war. More than 10 million Ukrainians displaced by the war. A young boy holding a stuffed animal at a refugee center here right near Warsaw. And more families saying goodbye at the train station fleeing Ukraine. So many of you have reached out to me on Instagram and elsewhere asking how to help. Go to unicefusa.org/ABC. Thank you for watching. I'm David Muir in Warsaw. Good night.